Welcome to the Everything Podcast. This episode will be my final Dark Gallifrey episode for a while, because in this episode I am going to be recapping Dark Gallifrey Series 4, titled Dark Gallifrey Master, which was the most recent Dark Gallifrey series as of time of recording on the 20th of February 2026, and Dark Gallifrey Master was released between July and September 2025 and completely written by Lizzie Hopley. So let's just get on with it. But before that, actually, if you haven't checked out my recaps of Dark Gallifrey Series 1, Morbius, Dark Gallifrey Series 2, The War Master, or Dark Gallifrey Series 3, Missy, those recaps are now all available if you have listening to the episode, and if on audio platforms they're all available. If you're watching this episode, if they might already be out available, but if they are not, it won't be long until they are. So let's start off with Dark Gallifrey Master Part 1, which was released in July 2025. Here's a synopsis. In a psychic forest, the Master begins a sinister experiment, but is it for the benefit of Gallifrey, or does it serve a darker purpose? Several years ago, the Master, disguised as a tutor, took a group of Time Lord Academy students with promising futures on a field trip that went disastrously wrong. Now in the present, they all turn up dead. Gamora is the last survivor, but to save herself, she will need to reveal the truth about the monstrous experiment the Master made them conduct all those years ago. This episode was recorded on the 20th of January 2025 and stars Eric Roberts as the Master. Obviously that's the Master that Dark Gallifrey Master is referring to. Yes. So before I do spoil, I was thinking about reading the whole cast, but it kind of doesn't make sense because I can't quite remember who's main cast and who's not. So without further ado, here is the trailer for Dark Gallifrey Master Part 1.
We shall start with the Academy field trip, of which I believe today is the anniversary. Yourself and 5 other students
from Big Finish Productions, the worlds of Doctor Who, Dark Gallifrey, Master, Part 1.
All 6 of you exceeded the expectations of myself and the rest of your mind-shielding tutors.
We're heading for a TARDIS bay, so there'll be dimensional distortions, won't there?
And here he is, your master for the next few days.
Beautiful, yes. Harmless? I'm afraid not.
We're leaving Gallifrey.
Leaving? Oh, that happened ages ago.
What?
Was that not made clear? This is my examination vessel. We left Gallifrey when you entered the lab.
Why didn't he regenerate?
You can hear us.
I am a hologram, constructed by the Matrix. My mind has completed uploading.
I thought I saw...
The hazy man with the spear.
It's not a spear, it's an arrow. He's after me. I know he is. Poor Koth Death.
What?
I think it's meant to be his name.
He spoke.
Ozil, you said she saw other figures as well as the Doctor.
It got worse the longer we were there.
It's on the starboard wing, trying to get through the hull.
Knock, knock, little spider. Let me come in.
Torres, what are you?
You've all got this so wrong.
It's not an experiment.
If you knew that choosing one person, just one person out of the 6 of you, to destroy would save the future of the Time Lords, would you do it?
Big Finish, for the love of stories.
That was the trailer for Dark Gallifrey Master Part 1, which was released in July 2025, and the entirety of Dark Gallifrey Master was written by Lizzie Hopley. Obviously, this series of Dark Gallifrey focusing on Eric Roberts' incarnation of the Master, which debuted in the 1996 TV movie, which introduced Paul McGann as the 8th Doctor. But yeah, this is kind of a more darker turn for Dark Gallifrey. Not that Dark Gallifrey has been particularly light, but kind of compared to Morbius and The War Master and Missy, it probably is the darkest series so far, which as long-time listeners or viewers of the podcast will know isn't the kind of Doctor Who I like. And we have got an appearance from a Doctor at some point as well. We now move on to Dark Gallifrey Master Part 2, which was released in August 2025. Here's the synopsis. Stranded on a barren planet, the students confront the devastating reality of their situation, including the Master's dangerous plans and the mysterious entities in the psychic forest. In the present, Gamora and the Mind Shield try to understand the entity which had been hunting them all, the mythical Mother Quiver. This episode was recorded on the 21st of January 2025 and stars Eric Roberts as the Master. So before I do spoil the events of Dark Gallifrey Master Part 2, here's the trailer.
From Big Finish Productions, The Worlds of Doctor Who, Dark Gallifrey, Master Part 2.
I presume the experiment had reached a new level. There was context.
He gave you a worthy reason to kill a fellow student.
Of course. Regenerative dissonance is one of the most unknown, misunderstood afflictions we have. It will be the end of us. You see why I needed to choose carefully who I told this to? What would you do for your people, Gamora?
Get them away from the fire!
The smoke, it's everywhere!
Put yourself together, Gamora. Get some water. We need to put out the fires. This isn't science. It's tests done in prison camps, on colonists, in hospitals. The Chapter Greenwall atrocity is what the wardens were executed for.
It isn't like that, Sully. They had no reason.
And we do.
He had a habit of fixing on you. Like, he picked you out, especially. His eyes weren't ordinary.
Did none of you ever wonder why the trees were cut down? All the stumps in neat little rows? Come on, you've psychic paper before. For your little sick notes, last minute homework? Well, this is where it comes from.
Get away from me!
Calm down.
Don't raise your stick at me, Masseron. Give me that. I'll do it. I'll fight you.
Torlis, it's boring.
You'll never lay hands on us again!
Torlis, no! She lost me. Vanished in the undergrowth. I didn't find her for hours, and when I did, he was there. Like he was waiting for me. The doctor. Sully! You! No! Get away from her! Put it down! No! No! He used the arrow right in front of me.
The doctor killed Sulindra.
The Vector warned us he was dangerous. In all the other horrors, we'd forgotten him.
Big Finish, for the love of stories.
That was the trailer for Dark Gallifrey Master Part 2, which follows just where Part 1 left off, and Part 2 is just as dark and terrifying, and I think they start murdering each other. How delightful. But yeah, that's kind of all I remember, because it's been, 8 months since I listened to it. So let's now move on to the final installment, the most recent installment of Dark Gallifrey Master, which was, Dark Gallifrey generally, which was Dark Gallifrey Master Part 3, which was released in September 2025, with the following synopsis. In the past, the last survivors of the Master's experiment struggled to navigate a fractured landscape and the threat of the Doctor. In the present, Gamora must confront the consequences of her buried truths as the monstrous Mother Quiver returns to claim her final victim. This episode was recorded on the 22nd of January 2025 and stars Eric Roberts as the Master and Paul McGann as the 8th Doctor. So before I do spoil the events of Dark Gallifrey Master Part 3, here's the trailer.
From Big Finish Productions, The Worlds of Doctor Who, Dark Gallifrey, Master Part 3.
I can't understand you!
Mother Quiver.
Torlis, Borin, Tabrid, Sulindra, Kamara. Torlis, Borin, Tabrid, Sulindra, Kamara.
You are Mother Quiver.
Who are you? Who are you really?
Oh, Gamora. I have many names.
You are evil personified.
The mind of a folklorist. Am I to be your first hero or villain? The Hologram Man.
Gods!
You are the mother of all vengeance. No, not a vengeance. Mother Quiver.
No! No!
Who are you?
He's the man from the forest. He's the doctor.
We've fenced before, remember?
This is how it ends. Face to face with me again.
Big Finish, for the love of stories.
That was the trailer for Dark Gallifrey Master Part 3, and as you heard in the trailer there, we're now kind of the same cast as Parts 1 and 2. The only difference is we've now got Paul McGann's 8th Doctor in it as well, which adds something else to it, and actually has to end the trilogy in some way. Probably the darkest Dark Gallifrey trilogy we're going to get. And as promised over the last however many episodes, I'm now going to talk about the future of Dark Gallifrey, start with Series 5, Episode 1. Or Series 5, which we have now learnt is Dark Gallifrey, the Meddling Monks, because for a while we knew when Dark Gallifrey was initially announced who the first 4 trilogies would be based on, but we didn't know from Series 5 onwards who it would have been. So it's been announced it's the Meddling Monks, played by Rufus Hound and Gemma Willan, and will be released monthly from April to June 2026, completely written by John Dorney. Here's the synopsis. The meddling monk and the meddling nun are stranded on Earth with a broken TARDIS and find themselves involved in a series of odd escapades, buying a house, getting a job, having a dinner party. All of these and others prove more dangerous or onerous than expected. I don't know if... No, it's not. But the greatest challenge is still to come. We start off with... I think it's 2 episodes now in every Dark Gallifrey release for this trilogy anyway. The first episode titled Monkey House. A Blinkfovich-based accident with the TARDIS has curtailed the meddling monk and the meddling nun's travels together. Now they're trapped on Earth with no means of escape, or are they? The nun has a mysterious plan. The first step is for them to buy a house. What could possibly go wrong? We also have monkey business. Our meddlesome heroes need money to help their plan, and so opt to get a job with a local business. But there's only one role available, so they soon find themselves at loggerheads competing for the position. What could possibly go wrong? We then have Dark Gallifrey, the Meddling Monks Part 2, releasing in May 2026. Also written by John Dorney, with the synopsis. Monkey Nuts. It's time to host the neighbours for an evening soiree. But is the monk's fish dish a winner, or will their guests prefer the nun's baby chicken? There's only one way to find out, and soon culinary battle has commenced. What could possibly go wrong? We then have Monkey Magic. There's a big prize to be won at the local talent show, so the monk and the nun are soon brushing up their best stage acts in an attempt to claim victory and ensure the success of their grand plan. What could possibly go wrong? We then finish the Dark Gallifrey Series 5 trilogy with Dark Gallifrey the Meddling Monks Part 3, which releases in June 2026, also written by John Dorney, and we have Monkey Puzzle. Here's the synopsis. An international jigsaw competition has come to town. Do the monk and the nun have time to compete before the arrival of a very special guest? There's only one way to find out what could possibly go wrong. We then have Monkey About. What's it all about? Well, it's a big Finish finale, so there's bound to be explosions and chases with perhaps a starry cameo and a threat to all life on Earth. What could possibly go wrong? And that is all we know so far about Dark Gallifrey Series 5, which, just a reminder, releases between April and June 2026. We don't know anything about Dark Gallifrey Series 6 to 8, but we do know that Dark Gallifrey will conclude in September 2027. So without further ado, let me know what you thought of Dark Gallifrey Master if you listened to it, and what you thought of the announcement of Dark Gallifrey the Meddling Monks. Without further ado, I will see you in a future episode of the podcast. See you then. Goodbye.